head women's volleyball coach from Little Rock, Van Compton. Coach, what do you like most about your team this season?
The the thing I like the most is that we are an older team right now. We have 8 seniors, 3 freshmen, and I like the distribution of the ages of the team. Excuse me. I do think that the 8 seniors will help us win more matches, and that has been a plus because we, for the last 2 or 3 years, have had a young team, and finally now that our team is older, I think that will be an asset to us.
Okay, obviously you return quite a bit. You have the eight seniors, and so what's some of the biggest things that you look for from this team, and what they can accomplish?
Well, I believe that this team has the dream of winning the conference, getting to go to the NCAA, and they've practiced that in the springtime, and they've practiced that all fall in preseason. I think their goals and the way that they are approaching the game has matured, and I believe this is going to give us a better shot at winning the conference or maybe winning the tournament.
So, looking at the way you guys were kind of picked last year, and some would even say that maybe people were sleeping on Little Rock volleyball, and then last year you came down. It came basically down to the final weekend where you were still in the hunt for even claiming the regular season title. What kind of is going to fuel that team even more so now as you were talking about all this leadership that's coming back?
I think the fact that we were in third place last year until the very last week, um, I believe that that had a lot of carryover with us into the spring because the two matches and the very end, SEMO beat us here, and we felt like that was kind of a fluke. Not to take anything away from SEMO, just how it happened. And then we lost to Moorhead there, which I felt like that probably we shouldn't have, but we did. So I think with those things hanging over our head, like being in third place and then all of a sudden going down to our sixth place or wherever we were seated last year, I believe it was six. Uh, that I those kinds of things that you get beat by somebody that you statistically think you shouldn't. A fluke loss happens on your home court. Those kind of things kind of leave a bad taste in your mouth. And I think that, we came back in our spring practice thinking about that. Like, we came all the way this year from the year before from being on the bottom half. I'm not talking about the very bottom because that year we were wondering if we were going to get in the tournament and then come into the top half and hold third place till the very, very end. I think that left a little bit of a bad taste in our mouth that we, could have done better, should have done better, and maybe gave the girls more of a incentive to work harder with better goals.
Well, Coach, tell us about some of the key players to watch on your team this season that'll probably guide you throughout the year.
I think the one of our players, the our middle, Elenia Margaritha, she played with her Dominican Republic national team this summer. And she came back with a renewed attitude of, I think it matured her some with the like what it is to play at a higher level. How is it to be a better leader? What do you need to do every day to come to practice? And I think she matured into a real player that has really, she's been back to practice and she has been leading by her example every day in practice. Last year, she led the team in blocking and hitting. So, she's a player, I think, and her position is middle. She's a player that I think that we'll have to watch, that other teams will have to watch because she has good leadership qualities. And like I say, she has skill qualities, and she matured some in the summertime, getting to play with that national team. And that has helped our team. The other player I think would be exciting to watch is our libero, Andrea Roman. She led the nation. She was sixth place in the nation in digs last year. And she's a small, dynamic libero, but she is very, very good, very impressive. I think those two, just talking about a couple of the players, would be the two that I would watch.
Okay. Well, Coach, obviously taking a look at your schedule, a little daunting where you're basically on the road for the whole preseason, opening up with a tournament down in Commerce, Texas, where you face some healthy competition, and then you continue it at Central Arkansas, and then at North Texas, and then into Tulsa. But again, some good competition. What kind of are some of the things that you're hoping that your team will achieve during that time to help them prep for the OVC season?
Well, in these types of tournaments in preseason, you'll always get like similar opponents. And then we always try to get opponents that their RPIs are a lot better than ours, but not too many of those. I think we have probably three in our preseason that we probably are going that would challenge us a lot. That'll be Southeastern Louisiana, probably Texas Arlington, and Boston College. The rest probably they're similar to us, and that will help us, just get in the rhythm of how to play. It'll help us with our personnel to see where people are playing better, where they're not. And I think all in all, this will help us give us an idea of where we really are as far as a team in the preseason. I think it'll kind of give us a lot of direction by playing the different levels of teams.
Head Coach Van Compton from Little Rock, we appreciate your time and we wish you the best of luck this year.
Thank you so much, Jose.